do. And if it's Monday for you, you've wanted to scream today. And that's okay, because Mondays are for screaming. I've done a lot of my screaming, so now I'm going to do some exercises, okay? Why don't you join me? Why don't you join me? Huh? I'll do a little extra for you, okay? Okay. Nice and easy. Little scream session. Oh, we should pull you back. That's what we should do. Okay. Okay. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the Scream Stream. How you doing? Just warming up. Whoa. Whoa. You know what I mean? Dennis. Sensei Johnny says, I like it. I like it very much. While I think his professional career is a little more, interesting than mine, someone other than Andrew Tate made it on the board first. Unbelievable. Okay. Johnny Sins. Okay, I got this backwards. Johnny Sins. We're on the board. One. Hello, Juggle. Hello, Erica. How are we today? Have we done our Monday screaming? Have you screamed into the void today? Ooh. Hey. Hey. I've seen some videos of people doing they come down here and open up like that. Hilarious. Hello. Team Johnny Sins, that's right. Happy post-Easter. Yes, happy Easter. Did you find all your eggs? Ethan, Lois. Genki desu ka? How are you? How's your Monday? If you haven't got your screams in, do it now. Swoop. 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 Hey. Hey. You know what I mean? What do you think about Jake Paul's last fight? I have only watched the Mike Tyson one. And look, Mike had to get his bag, okay? Because I know he could have eaten him. Mike could have eaten Jake, literally, on camera. He refused to, which I would pay to see, but I get it. He had to get his bag, he had to take the L. You could see him pulling his punches. Anyway, I don't think Jake Paul can fight. Jovan says, one question. If you have 100 pianos, would you give them 100 notes. I don't know how you give them that. I think they produce the, the fuck, Damien. Look, it's Monday, okay? Damien has to get through things, and his coping mechanisms are a little different than ours. That's okay. Hey. Ding. Juggle says, we're technically in space already. No need to sacrifice. Sacrifices are appreciated. You know, in my day, we made a sacrifice for favor. Ooh. Oh, wow. Ow. Okay. We're getting a little warmer in the legs. Oh, yeah. Feels good. Erica says, I play games and I get good grades from class. That's good. It's important. Important to be smart and skilled. Oops. Slipped the wrong way. Getting real sloppy with it. You know what I mean? Oh. Ding, 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 ding. Body, head, body, head. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Oh. I think I still, even when I throw that, I still got to turn it in. Palm in. This way. Yeah, because then I can get way back here with it. Getting silly. Kendo? You do you mean kendo with the swords? How do I diversify my stock portfolio? I'm a dance major, bro. I have no idea. All of that stuff is made up anyway. I see. So I gotta move in with the spin. Because if I just spin, I'm not close enough. Alright, so I gotta step in. Bam! That's the key. Thanks, Sensei. Jesus loves me. Thank you. You do Kung Fu. Oh, very cool. What style? Okay, let's see where the back is at. Okay, felt okay. Alright, other side. Where is it? There. I got a bad back. So the hook kicks, they don't really come out that often. But this might. It's so hard to get nunchucks to work multiple strikes in a row. It only ever works with one big one. As soon as you do this, it gets too wacky to really do much with it. Even if you spin it like a helicopter. Hit me too. Anyway. Okay, let's finish this. Move on to the strength work for the day. Oh, man. I'm trying to get good from a hands completely down position. You know? I don't really compete in point fighting or anything like that anymore. So I want to be like the martial arts equivalent of the hip fire quick draw guys, you know? What's your day job? Says Juggle. I work in software for a major tech company. I'm very low in the company though. I'm like a contractor. I used to teach karate part-time at a dojo, but my back, I was walking with a cane for like over a year, so I stopped doing that a long time ago. Bam. Bam. You know, from like way down here. Bam. Come on. Oh. I took just a layer of skin off. That, okay. Bam! Who said bicep curls aren't functional? Palantir? No. No, I'd be making a lot more money if I was working for those digital tyrants. I've been playing Crimson Desert, right? And the opening move of one of the things is like a shoulder check, but that sucks. I'm thinking of it more like, oh, you know, because that's nice. Contractors run the company, dude. Oh, bro, you're saying that to the driver? Yeah. Yep. We generate the value for the company in, you know, company speak. Yep, we generate the value, and that value is redistributed to all of the managerial levels above me. But it's fine. I'm far more skilled with my body than I am with a computer. So I do punch and kick because you get tired. Because you get tired. You punch and kick because you're tired. That's a good attitude. Okay, because you can only fight as well as you can fight when you're exhausted. Okay, technique breaks down. You can have all the power in the world. Yes, nice. If you don't have the energy, you can't do it. Because I bring it all every time. Okay, I think I'm done with this. I'm instead going to use the rings. The rings. I liked it. I put a couple rings on it. Okay, don't sue me, Beyonce. I want to sing it. Can't. Copyrighted. Endurance. Says red. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, you guys are getting a sneak peek. Well, it's not really a sneak peek. I'm live. This is a peek into one of the reasons I have really good serratus muscles, right? I'll give you another one of these. I have strong serratus muscles in part because of this exercise I'm about to do, okay? So I'm supporting some of my weight down here. You don't need your whole body weight, but what I'm going to do is like the second half of a pullover, right? So instead of pulling this way, which is great, that's awesome, I'm going to pull this way. So I'm not hip thrusting up. I'm using my lats to pull down through my arms to lift my rib cage. And that is huge on the serratus. And I like to keep a little bit of tension and then stretch, come into this sort of pseudo plank. I mean, for the serratus, it is a plank. Here, stretch, pull. And I'll spend a little time in some of these positions. You know, I like to try and get some isometric work in the ranges where the punches land usually. So that's going to be like 90 degrees, you know, 135-ish. But I do pull to the sides. I mean, I can do pull downs with 200 pounds, but it's about the quality, the thoroughness. Oh. Total body connection. Okay, and it's Monday, all right? Mondays for screaming and not for PRs. So that's okay. All right. And then I do sort of a similar-ish thing for the push side too. I don't really do push-ups anymore. I do mostly this or some form of dips, which is my primary shoulder slash tricep builder. And you know, I got some pretty decent tries, so you know, if you want them, try it. Erica, if you have a gym, what is your power without it? I wish I understood that question. Juggle says he might be questioning his sexuality. Well, that's fine. Wingding, what bullshito martial art do you do? I do fake Goju-ryu Okinawan karate. Okay, but it's only the fake kind where if you're actually good, they kick you out of the class. Toss and turn, he said. I'm finna see Soldier Boy in a week. It's cost me $52 for the meet and greet. Bro, for $50, you better get a hand around the meat. You know what I mean? For $52 before the show, in addition to the show. Oh shit! Glad I didn't commit my weight to that. Yeah, that's robbery. Okay, meet and greet. Fuck that. Pay to look in my direction. Oh, Erica. Okay, if you have a gym, what's your favorite gym in your neighborhood? It's kind of hard. I mean, I've been to all of them. I've been to Planet Fitness, 24 Hour Fitness, LA Fitness, Golds, and I've been to a bunch of small ones. Um, it really depends on what your goals are. For most people, Planet Fitness is going to be more than enough. But I really like, well, I mean, the Y has a pool, so that's pretty huge and pretty unique. So probably that. I mean, the Y, the last Y that I went to was like in a rich area, so they actually had like really good like state of the art equipment. It was really nice. So for dips, again, the same thing. I can do suspended dips, but I like to spend more time just in these positions. So I'm gonna hang out here, and even in this position, I'm gonna like push, relax. Right? It's hard to see from where you're at, but I basically let the shoulders go versus engage them a little bit. I might move your camera around so you can see a little bit better. This way. Dips will get you strong real quick, says Red Mule. Naeem, hello. Jonathan says you look like Murr from Impractical Jokers. Hey, this, you know, I debated streaming today, and it was the correct choice because we have not hit Andrew Tate yet. And we're 21 minutes into the stream. That's a record. That's a stream record. So thank you. I do look like Murr, and I just shaved my beard, so I look particularly like. And I haven't shaved up here as much, so you get more of the hairline. Murr, yes. One for Murr, one for Johnny Sins, and none for Andrew Tate. He's pulled the chart out of you look like. Yeah. You know. You already know. The totals are getting crazy. I think Andrew Tate's in the 60s. Most of the others are still in the single digits. You know, not complaining. I'm just saying I would fight Andrew Tate at any time. Um, he can be on steroids. He can bulk up. I just require that we fight in the nude to the death. And then I accept. Okay, so here's what I mean. So I'm like super lax, and then I engage and sort of move my hands in front of my body, in front of my armpits a little bit versus out here. So, and then I'll come out and press up. And this is I'm very close to my body, so I'm doing like a diamond sort of formation. But again, you know, I can very easily control the tension. So this is strength work, but it is stretching. Like I don't have to stretch my shoulders out after I do this, right? Because I am stretching my shoulders out. I'm just requiring them to be a little bit stronger in that position, right? And then I'm gonna do this one. This is crazy. I wouldn't recommend this. You look like the Easter Island heads. I like that. You handle it hilariously. Thank you. Appreciate that. Red Mule, I need to shave my beard down a bit. I look like a wild mountain man who just woke up from my winter sleep. Yeah, I mean, mine starts to once it leaves the face, it starts to turn into dreadlocks, and then I'm like constantly combing it and oiling, and it's just like not worth it, you know. Juggle, what's the best diet for weight loss? That is really going to depend. I mean, the short, simple answer is a calorie deficit of negative 250 to negative 500 calories from where you are now, right? So like you can think about it in terms of like, oh, I'm doing a keto or I'm doing it, but if you just eat less of what you're eating now, that will work. That sounds stupid. Yeah, same. Same. Okay, so let's see if we get this. So here, okay. Here we go. So this is like sort of a pelican curl position. I'm gonna lean forward and get a big stretch. So if I bring my shoulders forward, like I'm trying to planche or Maltese, I get a good shoulder stretch, trap stretch, and bicep involvement. So I can curl from here. And this is a good look how red my head is. This is a good curl variant. It's really hard on the bottom position, so if your tendons aren't really correct, I wouldn't recommend starting here. But I like to kind of do sort of upright rows here. So I hit the shoulders, forearms, brachialis, but I'm getting decompressed. So like I have a bad back. So I can lift weights, but I have to like really brace to like hold anything that's leveraged against my spine. So doing these versions, I'm stretching and I'm getting a workout. And then my back is like longer instead of like getting crunched. Erica, who would win in a race? I show speed or Kai? I show speed is like weirdly athletic. Like he'll try something twice and then he'll sort of get it, you know? So I feel like I'm just gonna go with him just because he's got like a Goku like natural talent sort of thing going on. Juggle, this is very informative, thank you. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, it's like Here's the TLDR. You got proteins, carbs, and fats essentially. Depending on how much of those you eat, you can do the diet a number of ways. You should up the protein probably no matter what, right? It's very hard to naturally just eat over 100 grams of protein a day. Most people don't do it. Protein's going to fill you up, and 30% of the calories you take in from protein are used processing it. Protein is the hardest to process, it is the most laborious. So you digest longer. It's the best kind of calorie that you can get. You need fats. Fats are more than twice as many calories per gram than protein or carbs. Protein and carbs are 4 calories per gram each. It's just that protein, it it sits in your stomach, right? But carbs you can just put down. So it's really like what's the source of the extra calories for you? For some people, it's fat, butters, dressings. Okay, they'll put butter on steaks, into potatoes. They'll put sugar into hamburger meat at restaurants. So like some of these things, if you just know where to look for them, you can avoid them, and then you'll cut out because a lot of your calories are probably surprises. Like they sneak it in on purpose. Joe says he's on steroids. He's definitely on the applesauce. Yeah, definitely on the sauce for these little baseball biceps I got. Okay, this is all natural. Okay, if I took steroids, I'd just go fucking enormous. But I got as big as I could at like 220. I was eating as much as I could. Like I was stretching my stomach. Like I had a schedule to stretch my stomach. It was too much, and it was like that's the limit. My height and frame, 220 is the max weight I can be on steroids. And then I was like, well, I'm already fucking uncomfortable. So, I still have stretch marks from, yeah, you see there, from my biceps growing too quickly. My steak too, and my lobster too buttery. Right. Juggle. If I'm 350 pounds, do I need 350 grams of protein? So hot. Thank you, Gemma. No, you don't need that many grams of protein. I would say go for the number of grams that is the body weight that you want to be lean. Okay? So I don't. Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Sorry, I surprised myself. A lot of this is genetics. Gyno? No. No gyno. No gyno. Okay, chopped. Well, you can say whatever you want. Um, so the diet really depends on like what are your like soda? Is that your big vice? Is your big vice uh, candy? Is it chips? So like you got to look at making sacrifices some places. You don't have to make it everywhere though, right? Like if you cut out one soda a day and do like a zero soda for the second one that you would have eaten, that's progress, right? That is a diet, okay? Replacing half of your mashed potatoes with veggies, that's a diet, okay? So look, you can take very baby steps and you will actually make like progress easier than trying to do it. Thanks for the advice. That makes sense. Chopped mixes instant coffee and Coca Cola for his pre workout. Are you from Russia or Belarus or something? Erica says, "Hey, what's your favorite movie?" Ooh, man, it really. Oh man, it depends. Whole lifetime, including childhood. I'm gonna say Hook, starring Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook. Uh, Fucking dope. I really liked Fight Club. Now it feels like cringy to say that, but I grew up like when it was like part of the pop culture. Juggle. I thought I'd eat a small calf every day. You may, if you have to. I'm interested in what the other part of that deal is. One time says, hey, fuck off. That's difficult. It's much easier for you to fuck off if you're in the chat. If I fuck off, I gotta make everyone else fuck off, and I'm not that kind of guy. Don't need to be diets don't need to be extreme because you'll fail every time. Exactly, Red Mule. The diet that you can maintain is the correct diet. It doesn't matter if some celebrity can eat 6 pounds of bacon and then nothing else, like one meal a day or whatever. That's not you. You are starting from where you're at. So you need to make the changes from there. A lot of times when I help people with nutrition plans, I'll be like, hey, give me a journal of what you eat in a week. And so when they start making the journal, they start behaving, right? So they'll eat salads and all these things. And then they'll give me this total, but that doesn't represent what is keeping them at the weight that they're at, right? So you have to work like realistically, and you have to be realistic too of like, life sucks if you cut out every gram of sugar, if you have, because I've done that before. I got down to 3% body fat. I got upset with my mom because I didn't want a pie or a cake for my birthday because that was sugar and that was horse shit, right? I've been there. It's no way to live, okay? And it's much easier to, like, if you do eat cake, then maybe you just don't get fries with your sandwich later, right? Making those small adjustments where it's like, oh, I kind of went over on this other thing, make an adjustment somewhere else within 24 to 36 hours of that, you'll be good. And you just keep making those small choices, and that will take you farther, right? Because it's the thinking. It's not the like, oh, it's this diet or that diet or this many calories. It's taking the pattern you have now, making a slight adjustment, waiting until you acclimate, right? Like you can't just go from 6 sodas a day to nothing. That's crazy. Okay, you're addicted to sugar, so you need to like wean yourself off. So you start slowly replacing things with the zero sugar options. You start sneaking those in, and it's enough to like get the taste or like get the feeling of it, but it's not all of the calories. So over time, your taste buds will adapt, your cravings will adapt, like your brain will adapt. It takes like 20 some days for a dietary habit to start kicking in. So, like, if you eat apples and you're like, this apple sucks, why would you eat an apple? It doesn't taste like anything. If you don't eat sugar for 3 weeks and then you eat an apple, it will taste like candy. Hi, Erica. One time I can't show that comment, but thank you. Erica, what's your favorite sport and what's your favorite game? What's your favorite game to watch and who's the GOAT? Man, my favorite sports are probably combat sports, because I'm the martial artist. I really like gymnastics, again, because I do this sort of stuff, which I should do while I talk to you. I never was really into like football or basketball or anything like that. I'm not very good at aiming things. So like I'm good at using my body. Once something leaves my body, I don't know. I can't throw for shit. So my favorite game might be hockey. I played pee-wee hockey when I was very young. I was on the defense. I would hang out with the goalie. I did score a goal. It was roller hockey though. So, see, in here I'm just doing like, this is sort of a planche lean, but I'm just barely leaning forward. So I'm just getting a little bit of stability in the arms and in the core, the shoulder girdle. I'm going to switch it back to the back setup for more pullovers. It's your favorite game to watch, and who's the GOAT? I'm going to say the GOAT of the UFC is probably still GSP, Georges St-Pierre. He just understood the game. He had a game plan, and he wasn't like the best or most technical wrestler. He just understood the principles well enough, got really good at creating places where he had options. That's all it is like, he has a couple good takedowns. He has some good strikes. He gave himself a bunch of different options from different positions. and he disbanded them. Nowadays, I don't really know who the GOAT is. I'm not really following it that heavily. Some of my other favorites are Anderson Silva, Michael Venom Page, Mighty Mouse. I'm partial to strikers, personally. Andy Hoog was my favorite K1. Red Mule. Be truthful. Cut corners. Blaze. You kind of look like Nick Cage. Really? Interesting. Let's put it on the board. It's another common one, but we still have not had an Andrew Tate, which is that just tickles me so much. Okay. We got a Nick Cage. One Johnny Sins, one Nick Cage, one Murr. No Andrew Tates. What has happened? What timeline have I shifted to? Hello, Bran. Namaste. Chubby Sifu says top G. You got to save that, my man. Save what? Oh, Brandon. I eat McDonald's on Mondays, Del Taco on Tuesdays, Wendy's on Wednesdays, Taco Bell on Thursdays, Chick-fil-A on Fridays, Subway on Saturdays, and on Sundays, I pray for my arteries. Bro, nowadays I pray for your wallet. Fast food is now like the same price. I shouldn't. Red Mule, rewiring the brain and body is difficult for sure, but once you do it, it'll be as easy as breathing. Exactly. And that's the worst thing. It's the hardest up front. So you have to do the worst, hardest, most uncomfortable stuff first, which is but that's the way I like when I eat meals, I eat the part that sucks first so that I finish on a good note, you know? So that's always been my attitude is get the worst out of the way. So I kind of like it, but I'm also like a lot of the abs. Let's do another flash for people in chat. This is like genetic. A lot of it is like my metabolism is genetic. So I also don't have a good food drive. Fast says he would not be able to bend you over, so he is not your crush. Interesting poetry, my friend. Blaze, the second retracted message. I'm so curious. Andrew Tate jaw. Yeah, I know, and that's what the beard helps fight. But unfortunately, we are now on the board. Okay, thank you. I know. One Andrew Tate, one Murr, one Nick Cage, one Johnny Sins. Megamind should be an option. All right. Well, you said it. So it becomes an option when you say it. Okay. Let's see if I can do this backwards. Megamind. Oops. One Megamind. There we go. I knew Tate was gay. Brother, he has been broadcasting his homosexuality for a very long time. I also do a variant. I showed this before on stream, but I think a lot of people are new. One of the reasons I have good grip and forearm strength is I do this version of. It's not like a forearm curl. I'm doing two things. Step one is curl down. So I'm pulling down this way. Step two is pull backwards like a reverse curl. So I'm pulling down and back at the same time to pull myself up. And it's like, it's all forearms. It's all brachialis. So I'll put that into my pullover plank deals. Oh, so nice. Oh. I'll sometimes do that same curl from this position. So the angle where the body weight pulls away kind of changes where the focus goes. Oh, but I'm already feeling like a good pump through here. Brian, you look like one of the Maroon 5 people. Interesting. Brian, you look. Oh, that's what I just read. Skiko says Gandalf. Blaze says they're Weird Al Yankovic's cousin. That's dope. That's a good person to be related to. Egg. Taco Bell superior to McDonald's. I'm gonna have to agree. Um, McDonald's has really fallen off too, and Taco Bell. I think they've fallen off, but they were already at a certain standard that it's kind of like it's different. When it's just ground meat paste, you can get away with more, I think. Do you have a wizard hat? Okay, 0.9. Wizard hat. Titans, try to chill, okay? Red meal, same with the food for me. Blaze says mozzarella sticks, worst food in America. Apparently people like them. It is cheese. You look like Andrew, but laugh like Murr. I'll take it. You look like Logan Paul. I don't. Come on. The boss says Murr, that's 2. You only get 1 vote. And most people don't understand that they're voting when they come into stream. Okay, so Murr gets 2. Okay. 2 for Murr, 1 Andrew Tate, 1 Johnny Sins, 1 Nick Cage, 1 Megamind. Good spread. Billy saying, Beauty and the Beast should be an option also. Beauty and the Beast? Damn. All right. I could be both. Most people call me Beast, but, I'll be Beauty. Free life. One time band camp was your best years. My God. You look like Logan Paul. What's up, Whale 14? How are you? Wizard raps. I can't rap. Narful. Oh, Murr. Falcon says what? Oh, W hat. Oh, yes, W. Thank you. Anna in April says Murr. Okay, well, that's another vote. It goes on the board. It's three Murr. Not the, what was it? What's Murr? One of the gifts given to little baby Jesus. Blaze, you're actually one of the cooler guys on social media. Damn, thank you. I appreciate that. I have not even shown you any of my true powers. Normally, I'm wearing the karate outfit, doing the nunchucks, dancing around. So, thank you. Brittany, how are you? Do you like my hat? It was requested by a viewer. Robert Davis, take your shirt off. Falcon says you look like Johnny Sins stunt double. I don't know if you voted already, Falcon. You look like Spider-Man? Hell yeah. Spider-Man's dating Zendaya right now. I'll take that. You kind of look like Michael Carbonero. Red Mule, love the stream, gotta leave to get my boys ready for school. First time viewer. It makes a lot more sense in the Karate Gi. Thank you, Red Mule. Appreciate you stopping by. Lethal content. How are you, my friend? You might have missed some context very recently. Someone told me to see. In my day, when you put on your robe and wizard hat, that was a different thing. Show clam? Anytime. Hell yeah. It has been a while. Yeah, what have you been up to, brother? What is new in your world? How's your Monday? God. Yeah. The weeks just fly by for me. Okay. Let's get a little. What? Knees over toes action. Lone Wolf says, "Holy shit! I think you're my sleep paralysis demon." You're welcome. See, the thing is, before you wake up and realize you're paralyzed, I give you a little tickle. You know what I mean? That's how I wake you up. Lethal content. I got a new job. I work at this company called Psycore. It's a cybersecurity company. Nice. Hey, and that's like one of those places that, unlike some of the jobs that I'm surrounded by, that's going to stick around. You know, you got to have a human check the robots. Liam, hello. Casper says twerk some checks. Okay. I don't know how well you can see. Let's see what I can do. Boom, 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 boom. How's that? Is that good? Can you see? Can you see him going? Do we like that? Is that how we do it? You two? Shave and a haircut. 2 bits. How's that? Juggle says this dude's hilarious. Thank you. Again, I have so many powers I have yet to show you. Erica says, "What's your favorite Roblox game?" I've played Roblox once, and I didn't understand anything. Casper, hey, you wild. I think he was going to do that for real, bro. You got it, bro. I was trolling. Hey, that's how I handle everybody. If you were gonna make a bet, I will raise you. Okay. Here's how I win poker. Okay. I'll tell you exactly how I win. I don't look at the cards. I make this very obvious. I don't look at the cards, and they go, "Are you gonna look at your cards?" And I go, "No." And they go, "Okay. Well, what's your bet?" And I go, "I raise by $100." Make an insane bet, right? 99% of people are going to fold. I'm not giving you advice on how to gamble legally. Okay. So anyway, you bet really big, and then everyone gets really scared. And then you turn your cards over. Sometimes you'll have something, and then people think it's like, they get superstitious about it. A lot of times you lose, but everyone's folded, so it doesn't matter, right? On average, I win betting huge without looking at my cards. I will go all in for nothing, right? Sometimes I'll look at my cards and I'll see I have nothing and I'll go all in. And then people don't know what to think because I don't know what my cards are. So anyway, are you a witch? I wish. Robert, I destroyed all my sleep paralysis demons years ago. I miss them, but they were delicious. Turn this one off. No, that one's fine. Okay, you ready? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the lighting. Okay. Definitely a cousin of Myrrh. Both cute. Is this Myrrh? That's 2 more for Myrrh. Okay, hold on. Okay. 2 more for Myrrh. 5 Myrrhs. That's what I'm talking about, people. That's what we like. Okay. Nice. Myrrh has never led like that. Andrew Tate, God damn it. God damn damn it. You speak the devil's name. Okay. One more for Andrew Tate. Okay. Oops. Turn off noise canceling. Okay. 2 Andrew Tates. Lucky says, is this the gay pride stream? Depends. How proud are you? Poster says, I have hemorrhoids. Well, they have medication for that. It's very messy. Damn. Blaze, what would your hippie name be? I think I don't believe in giving yourself a nickname. I believe it must be given to you. So why don't you tell me what my hippie name should be? Diddy? Is this a red pill channel? No. Mark, welcome back to stream. What an entrance. Sun Tzu says, man with hand in pocket feels cocky all day. Poster, interesting Bart Simpson attempt. Not going to fall for it. Blaze. Nick Cage, you almost talk like him, too. It's so uncanny. There are other people in my family that look more like Nick Cage. Okay, let's give the pervs a little bit of something to talk about. Here we go. Okay, let's take stock. Okay. So we've got the... Okay, it's totally relaxed. Okay, see the V. They call these gutters, I believe, in some practices. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Sick nasty. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what we like. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, let's see the back. Okay, here we go. Got a little spread. How's that? We looking good, Chan? We looking good? Juggle says, come for the martial arts, stay for the Magic Mike show. Jason? Is that you? Yeah, I usually give lap dances on my birthday. I don't really receive them. Spread them. Maybe. Mark Wolf, you have good definition. Thank you. I appreciate that. Some of it is the lighting. I mean, the definition is there, obviously, you know. But here's the thing. It's like there's still. I have the V taper, but I still have some like. This is where the last bit of my fat is, down here. So, but again, a lot of this is like genetics. I mean, I've trained for like 25 years or whatever, but I maintain it easily because I'm supposed to be built this way. Blaze says you look a little bit like Jason Lee, the movie star skateboarder. Interesting. I can't fucking skateboard to save my life. Like seriously, if you were like skate or that's it, I'd just be like, okay, yeah. Myrrh. Poster says, why are you gay? I don't know. Maybe it's your influence on me that's making me gay. Okay. Oh, let's get the traps out. Traps. Okay, that's great. See, the biceps look a lot bigger in this lighting because you get the shadow here, so it stands out a lot more. But then, that still looks pretty good. Oh, man. Okay. I was going to do some knees over toes bullshit. Good. says Liam. Eric says you should nair all your body hair, face included, for the views. Interesting. Nair, you probably understand this, which is why you're trying to bait me into it. Nair burns. It's like a chemical burn, right? So, I don't know. I don't know about that for me, dog. You know. See, this is how you get high kicks, deep lunges. It's this stuff. Give you the back side. Some people in chat's favorite side, even though I got my see, I didn't get all the back hair from my family, which is very fortunate. See, a lot of people in chat don't understand. Well, some of them ask for crazy things, but if you ask for me to take the shirt off, that's an easy ask. Okay, here's the thing. My viewership goes up statistically 4x with the shirt off. So, you know. Hi, nerd. Poster, you kind of look like Andrew Tate, but if you had a sense of humor instead of self-assured, I think you mean. I'm pretty self-assured. You look like Adam Yauch. Poster, I eat 10 weed gummies. It may have been 15, I forgot. Poster, I can't recommend, legally speaking, what you're doing. What I can tell you is that I've beaten those numbers, okay? So I understand. Mark Wolf, did you ever notice much older martial artists end up with diabetes, overweight issues, cardiovascular issues? I wonder why. I think that's less of a comment about martial artists and more just about people, because I feel like a lot of people, even like ex-athletes, get like fat in their older like days, you know, and maybe it's because a lot of times athletes they have to eat this crazy diet, right? Because you're doing all this performance, but then when they stop the activity, they don't reduce the amount of eating. So you just stay at this super high level, but you're not running the engine at all, and so that piles up over time. But it's interesting. I brought this up in one of my you've probably watched it, where it's like all these guys talk about these techniques that they can't really execute anymore. And that's like as a guy with back issues, like I totally get that, but you know, I feel like there's definitely a like use it or lose it, and you know, I don't know. For me, it's like I don't like teaching things I can't show. And so I wouldn't feel comfortable telling people about like body hardening drills if I didn't practice it myself, you know. So, what's your favorite Kaizen player? I'm not familiar. Poster, you know what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna have 10 more. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay. Look, you are master of your own fate, and you are going straight to the stars. Try Andrew Cobra Tate. Interesting. Kalani, damn, you are handsome AF. How's it going, handsome? Oh, you've triggered the show. You've triggered the show. You know, I love flexing, and it does really good things for the numbers. So it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. How are you? How's your Monday? Jujutsu Kaisen player. I can't remember the Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. I've watched it on Netflix, but I can't remember honestly. I have struggle calm. Go rest. Go academy. Are you all right? I gotta wait another 40 minutes for the other 10 I just took to kick in. That's the kicker. Uh, I've heard of some strategies. Beautiful body, thank you. I've heard of some strategies to make it hit faster. I doubt I could even talk about them on stream, but uh, you know. Well, if you're that deep, you're already a veteran of the game, so I don't need to tell you anything. Mark Wolf, Ed Parker was like always throwing parties with high cholesterol dishes. He loved to eat. It's interesting, and I mean, look, I'm not saying like if you can't see your abs, you're not a martial artist, right? Like I don't really give a shit how people look. For me, like I honestly like the way I want to eat, and I've eaten candy most of the days this week. Like I eat things like that, but you know, I've just figured out the way I'm built and how to like. I've figured it out. I've just done 25 years of fitness, so I know exactly what I respond to. It's easy. You just got to get that part out of the way and figure it out. It's the trial and error that sucks. Hello, Matthew. How are you? Ariana. Yeah. Right? Um, Kalani, may I ask you what's your ethnicity, handsome? Love how hairy you are. See, and a lot of people in chat were saying shave it, and I brought this up. More people love it. I am white as hell. My ancestors come from Scotland and Wales. Okay, so I'm Celtic, I think. Well, you looking great, Boo. Thank you. Stop. Never shave. See how someone that hasn't commented yet just went, no, wait. I won't. I won't, Mrs. Megaroni. That's a good name. Hi, Chambers. 50 push-ups. No. I don't do like reps really anymore. And you missed earlier in the stream probably, but I'll do another round on the ring, so I'll show you what I do. The body hair is masculine. So Celtic. Okay, tell me if you can hear me. The mic's here. If you can't hear me, tell me. 100 push-ups. Push soaps. I think I'm seeing new shapes. You must be packing if you're Celtic. I have not heard that rumor. Partying girly is turned on. Thank you, partying girly. Are you partying? Do you like to party hardy? I got an okay spread from the front. It's all right. You are heard. Yes. I challenge you to a duel. I accept. I choose nunchucks at midnight. This chain's a lot longer than I'm used to. But you can't do the flips on this one because it's too long. Let's see. Murr from Impractical Jokers. Okay. Murr is really killing it tonight. Where did I put that? Show back. I'll show you. Is that good? Okay. Another one for Murr. 2 Andrew Tate, 6 Murr, 1 Nick Cage, 1 Johnny Sins, 1 Megamind. Kalani says 9+ inches, I'm assuming. Wow. High expectations. I hope I can deliver. Okay. Where's who? Psilocybin says, I was thinking of going gay, but I don't know. Really? I turned you off of men? Damn. Ed Parker was a huge guy. When he hit you, the force buckled your legs. For his size, he moved very fast. That's the other thing is like, just because someone has body fat, it does not tell you anything about what is underneath, right? It, and you don't know the skill, right? So someone that knows how to move their body mass, especially if it's around their center mass, they know they can leverage that. Yeah, I mean, it's devastating. So, I mean, it does add to your power to just, right, the mass times whatever equals whatever. If you increase the mass, that increases the equation, it gets bigger. I was a dance major, shut up. Are you natty? Yes, partying girly, I am. Armpits are looking sexy AF, thank you. How does one acquire this build? Um, well, half of the battle, honestly, is having the genetics where, like, I have I have certain things that make the illusion look better, right? So I have wide shoulders and a narrow waist and good lat insertions. So I get a V taper all the way up. So I just naturally kind of look like this. And then I also got my arms, I don't really do much for my arms, but my arms grow really easy, right? But um, my biceps have a short insert, the tendon is longer than the muscle, right? Some people it goes here, but that means it can't get as tall, right? Because it has to take up more area. So my bicep looks larger because it stops here, right? And I work the muscle in the middle, right? The one that's in between here, so it like pushes both out. Anyway, a lot of it is genetics, but what you do is you prioritize strength training, high protein, high protein, moderate fat. I do kind of moderate to low carbs personally. Um, I'm a person that I can lose weight overnight if I want to. Like, it's not good. I have to like remind myself to eat. So I'm built a little different, and even in my late 30s, my metabolism is still crazy. So you know, it's not going to be the same for everyone else. But I prioritize high strength, high frequency, low volume training at this point in my career, right? So I've done all the bodybuilding and powerlifting. I've deadlifted like triple my body weight. But nowadays I'm older, I have injuries, so the way I do it now is I just feel good, but I spend some. I'll show you here in a second. I spend time doing things that are stretches, but when I do them hard, it ends up building muscle, right? Or at least maintaining the muscle that I already have. Oh, yeah. Give me a number from 1 to 10. Hottest nerd of the night. Thank you, Miss Megaroni. God damn. Gonna make me blush. Can you work out in just your underwear? Not for free. That's an interesting idea, though. Maybe for like my highest Patreon tier, I'll do underwear workouts. Maybe. We'll see. Depends on how much. I mean, how much money we talking? I would take them away from you. Sexy hairy back. Thank you. Nice. Mikey. Hi, bro. How are you today? I'm good. How are you? Today was fucking awful. Which is why the stream is called Mondays for Screaming, not streaming. But see, I come on here, take my shirt off. People tell me I'm hot. I start to feel good. Everyone's having a good time. So I'm doing pretty good now, Mikey. How are you? Andrew Tate is GOAT. Moist critical. Have you already voted, Party and Girly? I don't think so. I'll give it to you. Moist critical. See, Moist he has his fitness background, which is interesting. He also probably the only reason he doesn't have muscles because he doesn't eat. I don't eat. If I ate more calories, I would get bit like just bigger muscles. But I don't want to eat that much. It just it's not fun. I don't have fun eating. Eating is a chore. See, that's like the curse. Is like for me, I don't enjoy eating. Even if it's like good stuff, it's still a chore. I still don't feel great. You know, I can't eat a lot at a time. Like all of this is very small, so I don't have a ton of room. I get bloated super easy. So that's kind of the opposite side of like being like this is like, yeah, but you know, it's because my lifestyle is not is not the same. Okay, moist critical goes on the list. Okay, so far Andrew Tate 2, 6 Myrrh, 1 Nick Cage, 1 Johnny Sins, 1 Megamind. Now we put moist critical on the list. Okay. Yep, and you guys can screenshot this for later. Okay. Z0. Okay. Well, I'm bored. God, I need to do this workout so I can take a friggin' shower. Richie, you look like Murr and Andrew Tate combined. Kalani, is it a thick Celtic hammer? Of course. Of course it is. Do they make them any different? Mikey would say more Murr, but that's just Mikey. Mixing too legit to quit. Bro miss chin day. Yeah. Yeah. It's not good. And I doubled up on head day. It's bumpy. Like there's like a cereal bowl back here. So it's just all fucking like alien and then nothing here. That's why I usually have a bigger beard. Mark, unfortunately I have to go. Oh, salute. My brother in arms. I'll see you soon, friend. Do you have Twitter? No, I don't, Kalani. Aiden Ross build. Hakeem, Blue Hearts. You were just sexy as fuck, period. Thank you. Photoshop. Nice muscular physique. Damn, thank you, thank you. Okay, Kalani's getting wet, apparently. Josh Ward, what the fuck is this? I had a wizard hat on earlier, so I mean, like me, things will shift chaotically without explanation. Soccer kid is asking if I'm a Christian. I'm Kyle. You look amazing for 30. I'm almost 40. Joe Mayberry is praying. Bottom G. Oh, I don't know if I can show that. I will, Kalani. But that is for me to know and you to wonder about. Okay, some Jesus stuff. You never gave me a number from 1 to 10. Fuck! God! Shit! Okay. Between 1 and 10, 8. Okay, a little prayer. When did you quit singing for live? You want me to sing? I'd buy your sweaty underwear. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. I can do this. I'm doing good. Good, Mikey. Did you know God loves you? Thank you, Kalani. You're so... Bro built like a bag of milk. I'm the same hue as a bag of milk. Certainly. All right, I gotta do another set of this stuff. Okay. Well, now that the shirt's off, you can really see the lats go. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Is it better? Is it better this way? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna give again. I give the pervs usually what they want to a degree. Okay. So I'm gonna do that same pull here. So it gets underneath here, and then I get up into this plank position. And you can see there's still tension, right? I don't let it go. And then I'll do my favorite little curl. I like to move slowly. In my martial arts, I already move explosively, plenty. This is about being deliberate. With the false grip. Okay. And then I'll come up here and do some very light, very easy. It's more, honestly, this is more about the stretch on the way back. So yeah, you squeeze up, but then it's more about the eccentric resisting as you let everything stretch. Oh shit. Okay. Oh. My fingers are starting to go. Newbie Slayer. Weren't you just in whose chat? No, I've been here the whole time. My burner YouTube account. I don't want to get big because it's not fun, says the little guy, LOL. Yeah, but I've been big twice. 220. I was eating 8 times a day. I was waking up at 2 a.m. to do a gainer shake of 2,000 calories. Okay. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but I made a schedule to stretch my stomach. I have the stretch marks, and these are just the ones like on my biceps. I have stretch marks everywhere. I have stretch marks here. I have stretch marks here. Inner thigh, lats, everywhere. Okay. It is not fun. And then you wouldn't have to eat that much. You weigh like 170. I weigh less than that, actually. Kalani would eat my protein. I think you've made that clear. I fucking love you. Thank you. Damn. I'd shower with you. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna Kalani, that one's gonna be for just the two of us, okay? That one's gonna be just for the two of us. Roland, do you like big black booties? Those are all great things. Triple great? And length too. Good. Good. Code Awaken says I need to wax your chest. No, everyone in chat's gonna freak out. Kalani. I'm making Kalani all hot and bothered. Mr. Clean. Okay, Mr. Clean goes on the list. Here we are. Who do I look like? Mr. Clean. I want to sing the rest of it, but I can't. Okay? I just want to croon for you guys, you know? Okay, Mr. Cool. Here we go. Okay, again, take your screenshots, whatever you need. Now, Mr. Oops, I need to be backwards. Okay. Mr. Clean. One. Okay. Run board. Run board. Okay. Okay. How are we doing, chat? Are we all good and unbothered? You're a clean one. Kalani, that's a very generous offer. You look amazing for almost 40, healthy and blessed. I'm very behind on chat then. You'd partner with me in the business? Get your fucking shirt on, Mr. Clean. Money Cruncher, if I do, everyone's gonna freak out. You make killer money too. Thank you. Josh says this is weird AF. Holy hair, bro, put a shirt on. No, everyone's gonna get upset. Jeff says exactly, get your fucking shirt on, bitch. Wow, Kalani, that's very strong language. Bold. Wax. No legacy. Scrawny, big no. Okay, okay, butt slap. Slap yourself. Wiki feed. Hello. Did you change your profile picture? I did a show for everyone earlier. How's this? Oh, this is good. This is good. When I get it really pointed this way, it makes it really, you know, forced perspective. You know what I mean? What time is it? Killa, we doing names all out of fun. Broke Andrew Tate. That's true. That's true. One of the many ways in which we are different. Okay, where's the marker? I'm all turned around. You guys have all the blood rushing to my cheeks. Okay, all right, we'll put one up for Andrew Tate. That's fine. We've got a very good spread. Otherwise, so that's 3 for Andrew Tate. And you can tell Andrew Tate, I'll fight him anytime. He can be whatever way he wants to be. Okay, but again, my rules for the Tate fight: no clothes, no gloves. You look so good. Thank you. I did change my picture. Let me see. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. I have to take a closer look. All right. We'll do another little show. Wait, I need to do my dips. Okay. We'll do training and then we'll do a show. Okay. You know I deliver. Oh, you know. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do something. All right. Let's get a little crazy. Since chat's getting so pervy, let me just give you a little material where I'll be in some interesting positions. Oops. Oh, a show. That's right. Didn't see a board. I wasn't original. That's the fun of the board, is that you don't know. And I mean, look, there's a consensus for some obvious reasons. Okay, I understand that. But a lot of big differences. Okay, we've seen Andrew Tate in a little bikini ass bottom, and I didn't see shit. All right. I didn't see anything. All right, let's see what this looks like. How we doing? Oh, okay. Oh, I still look good. Oh, all the blood's going to my head. Okay, I'm gonna spread it out a little bit. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Now we do the pushing. Ooh, okay. Let's watch her. Your feet are so hot. Thank you. And for your sake and mine, Wiki Feet, I wish they were. I had a better point. You know, they're not. They're not great. I do a pretty good job of pulling the toes back for you. You know, but I got good calves. You know, but like as a dancer, this is a very mediocre point. And my bikini's in the shop. Do this. Do a little more legs. I need to do a little bit of core too. I mean, I've sort of been doing core a little bit. A little bit. All right, let's get the boy over here. In the shop. Oh, something on my neck just popped. See, just pressing down and letting my body weight hang in the middle. Really, actually, I'm gonna give you guys a better angle. A little bit better. This way. Okay. Shave and haircut. 2 bits. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You can see those boulder shoulders go. Okay. So again, I just like to spend time in these positions and kind of move around in them. You know? Overhead tricep extension and great shoulder opener. So, you know, I don't really do dips anymore. You know, I don't do this shit. It's been months since I've done just reps of dips. But the body doesn't know. All the body understands is that something is under tension, right? So whether you do this 8 times or if I just spend a lot of time in these positions challenging the muscles, they'll get some stimulation. And that's what it's about, okay? It's about stimulation, not annihilation. Okay, don't be an idiot. I took a screenshot. Good. You should. I encourage you. Is this for more stretch or strength purpose? I guess it'd be used for both. Exactly. Ding, ding, ding. Exactly. It's for both. So because I don't eat to promote enormous muscles, I don't really focus on getting a ton of volume in. I just put them in, again, I'm repeating myself. I put them in these positions. I put it under stress, under strain. I stabilize myself. I get strong so that I can just, I can do, I can do dips. But why? Too much hair. Yeah, you are very alone on that. Unc, do you take D? Well, you know, a lot of people asking for a lot of free things. No waxing needed, see? What is this, the Mr. Puniverse competition? Oh, that's a good one. Do a little knee slap. And show WikiFeet a little bit of, you know, a little bit of my grabbers. I Love Tacos says your body hair is sexy AF. Just saying. Oh, pukey face. Oh no, you're gonna pukey face? Uh, Fucks around says shave that nasty ass chest hair. What are you gonna do if I don't? You gonna come shave it off me? Why don't you come take it from me? If you are so righteous. Okay, and again, you know, I'm not gonna do a ton of curling, but I just wanna move through some interesting positions, get an interesting stretch. See, in here, there's this like middle ground between a curl and a dip where you kind of switch over, right? So from here, I'm pulling, I'm curling, but then once I get my weight almost over me, I can push down and kind of, it becomes like a bicep-y sort of dip. Very interesting. Very chest fly heavy. I'm like really engaged here. Another thing I'll do is I'll do like slow-mo thing, where like I'll hit a range where I feel like a really good stretch or a really good like force production, and I'll really slow down through it. So like for example, there as I'm letting this go, I might go and really like I spend more time in the harder positions, and I've learned to make them feel good. So you know, clip that. Jace says hi. Fucks around says nothing, but you get no pussy. Very interesting assumption there. Again, you gotta read, just read chat, bro. Maybe some boy butt. You were projecting, sir. That position, see? Steven says, you are hairy like animal. We are all animal. You know? We just have cell phones. I Love Tacos says, his chest hair is sexy as fuck. Body hair is manly and distinguished. Don't you dare shave any of your body hair. What about upper back hair? Not really. There's a, I mean, there's a light smattering, but you know. He's a perfect wolf. Impractical Joker on roids. Oh, that, you know what? We're gonna count that. We're gonna count that because it's a murder kind of day. All right. 3 inch tape. Now 7. See if I can do this backwards and 7 Myrrh, 1 Nick Cage, 1 Johnny Sins, 1 Megamind, 1 Moist Critical, and 1. What is that last one? Mr. Clean. Makes sense. Bullshito. Yeah, I only practice the fake kind of karate because I'm lazy. Skipped software update too many times. Why is it censoring this? I'm sorry. Mrs. Megaroni, hello. Welcome back. Finding the truth. Bro, I got prom in 2 weeks, but I've never been on a date before. How do I get abs fast, brother? I'm 180 pounds, 6 foot. 2 weeks is not enough time. Unless you are already very close, doing anything is not, it's too late. You got to focus on, and honestly, it doesn't matter. Abs are nice, abs get you bonus points, but most people don't expect abs, so don't worry about it. You should just focus on showing your personality, you know, engaging with your date, asking a lot of questions. One thing I do, and this is just part of my personality, but it really hits on dates, is you ask kind of questions that tell you about a person, but in an indirect way, but that are fun, right? So it's like, if you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for, right? Fun, very innocent kind of question, but you get a sense for people's priorities, and you get them thinking like, oh, that's fun, that sort of thing. Um, just ask, be interested. If you are interested in this person and you show interest, you will be fine. Jesse James says he's on roids. Bro, if I were on roids, why wouldn't I go bigger? Bro. Okay, when I was 220 and squatting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, I had an ass. Okay, my hip measurement was 47 inches. All right, brother. I had a goddamn shelf, and I have lost it. So you're just you're just like triggering me. Are you on carnivore? Not really. Data wave. Holy shit, bro. What? I love tacos says you kind of look like Murr, but I want to see you do the things that Johnny Sings does. I know. Yikes, didn't know I was playing. I'm very close. I got a 4-pack. Well, if you're close, then probably low carbs is what I'm going to say. I would go low carbs until like prom or like the night before prom, and get a little bit of extra water and stuff in you so that the muscles kind of pop a little bit. But I think probably low carb is probably the fastest way. I wouldn't cut carbs out entirely. Oh God. Love the hair and love the confidence to come on YouTube without your shirt. Thank you. I mean, I had a shirt on earlier, but someone just asked me to take it off. It People don't think like, what if someone says yes? Saitama, hell yeah. That goes on the list. Saitama goes on the list. Okay, I gotta find room. Saitama. Excellent. Murr still leading with 7. Can you see? There we go. Pretty good numbers, people. Pretty good numbers. All right, I did pull. I need to do legs again. Okay. Hi, Potato Head. Hi, Alyssa. Clayton Bigsby. A good goes a long way. Brother, why don't you just be a Greek statue, okay? We're going to her hot tub after. I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, your best bet's probably cut carbs. I wouldn't cut too much water, honestly, especially if you're going to be in a hot tub and you're going to be occupied, you're going to be dancing and stuff, you're going to be losing, you're sweating and stuff. I wouldn't recommend you do something like a water cut, okay? Um, you can reduce it maybe a little, but then I would bring it back up the day or two before you go dancing and stuff like that, because The last thing you want is to get some fucking ab cramps, okay, in the hot tub. Okay, I've been there. One ab like gets pulled off to the side, and it's like, oh, and you gotta like roll it back. It's no fun. Egghead, thank you. Brianna Bishop, me. Hello. Alan says, another child of the devil. You have no idea. Shirt, please. No, old cavity. The overwhelming consensus in chat is no shirt. Steven, what is your weight? About 150 lbs. Oh, Ted says, sent $500. I wish. Thank you. Daniel says I look like who? Clint Howard. I'm gonna have to look that name up. Hold on. I'll look that up. Brianna Bishop, what is your best joke? Try to make me laugh any means possible. That's rough. Okay. I'm not really a jokes guy. I'm more of a, improv person. My best joke is not appropriate for your age, I don't think. Finding the truth is going to go to bed. Thanks for the advice, brother. Peace. Os. Konbanwa. Sleep well. Thank you. Come back next time. I'll be live tomorrow. Stars Smoth. How do you defeat a man with pecs alone? Is it possible if your pecs are strong enough? Maybe. I mean, that's where a lot of chimps get their strength. Is they have very strong pectorals, and that's how they can like climb trees this way, and they get a lot of their face ripping strength that way. So maybe, bro, trust me, I won't laugh. I mean, okay, one of the ones, and this again requires like a first thing. Sometimes when people are like, "Hey, nice comeback," or like, "Oh, no comeback," I'm gonna say, "Well, if you want my comeback, you're gonna have to scrape it off your mother's lips," something like that. So that's probably my best zinger, but that again requires an open shot for me to counter off of. Okay, OP's brother is Clint Howard. I'll have to look that up. Best joke. I mean, there were stupid ones that I used to use like back in the day, and it's just been so long since I've like remembered any jokes. But it's like, what's the difference between a Porsche and a pile of unalive babies or whatever? And the difference is I don't have a Porsche in my garage, right? So something like that, usually for shock factor. Good one. Let's see what else. What else? I'm gonna bring you over here to the legs section. I don't understand. Dark Humor King. Oh, I mean, you don't even know. I mean, there's. Okay, well, see, it makes me nervous to just like say random jokes because now I'm cancelable. You know what I mean? Let's see. Best joke. It's really hard. I see, and this is where my strength. If I try and think about being funny, it doesn't work. I just have to like speak and not think, and that's when the good stuff comes out. Yeah, tell me a joke, Brianna, please. Cubby, would you agree the loudest man in the room is never the most dangerous? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's little dogs bark the loudest is definitely my experience. And a lot of times when I'm wearing the like, I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I'll be wearing the karate gi. Um, People come in and they're like, "Oh, what would you do in a street fight?" Meh, meh, meh. And it's like, bro, you are out of shape. You have never trained once in your life, and I can kick you in the head. And so, it like it's always the people that have to like it's what was it, the Game of Thrones thing? If you have to tell people you're the king, you are not the king, right? You shouldn't have to convince me. Stars. How many men can you take on at once with your martial arts skills? I have done multiple attacker encounters before. It is not about winning. Even if the two, let's say it's just two, even the two people that attack you, even if they're less trained than you, just having more limbs is such an enormous advantage. It is unbelievable the advantage. So, you know, you are mostly fucked if you are in a multiple person scenario. Um, the best way to do it is like you try and stack them, right? So like you get one to be behind the other one. You use a lot of moves that like keep distance, like teeps, maybe like I've used takedowns to take one down, but then they grab onto your legs and shit while you're trying to fight the other one. It's a mess. So I mean, maybe two is my answer. And again, a lot of people say like do 15, 20 reps here. I don't really do reps. I just kind of hang out. And I'll like give myself assistance, right? Let me put this down. I'll give myself assistance because it's not about some arbitrary number. Three sets of 20 reps, and that's what makes you strong. The body doesn't the body doesn't speak in that language. That's not how it works. I am gently showing my body positions that I would like it to be comfortable and powerful. Oof. A lot of it is about the nervous system, honestly. And that's probably my strength. Like I have the genetics for like abs and shit, but it's my nervous system. How I very quickly can like replicate physical movements and then like do that same exact thing again. Um, but I'm wired for this kind of stuff. This message is hit. Your pits. Really? How? How? Is it because of the lat here? Is that better? Daniel, what's your cell number? And they let you have equipment in there? Yeah, well, I had to do a bunch of things to a bunch of men. Is that Andrew Tate? What are you doing now in prison? Good question. Andrew Tate should be in prison. He is on the board, and so are you. Number 4 for the night. 4 Andrew Tate. 6. No, 7 Murr. 1 Saitama, 1 Johnny Sins, 1 Nick Cage, 1 Megamind, 1 Mr. Clean, 1 Moist Critical. With no hair, obviously. People are like, you look like Moist Critical if he was bald. And it's like, yeah, because I just look like Moist Critical. The glutes. Brianna, an ample a day keeps the doctor away if you throw it hard enough. I do. I like that one. That laugh was genuine. This is the best one I could find. Trav is asking about supplements for the big nips. They're not really that big. They're actually quite small. I think there's like the halo of hair kind of suggests that they're larger. But what I recommend is actually expanding your chest by putting on like 100 pounds of muscle. really focus on the chest, it'll stretch everything out and then come back down. You know what I mean? Daniel, it's hard to hit that chin. It's like a secret. Exactly. I just like some animals have retractable claws. Mine is just permanently retracted, right? So you punch, and I'm fine. Sugar in the tank. Do you think you'd have a slight chance against Nate Diaz? No, brother. No, no. I'd fight him for fun because it would be awesome. The opportunity would be great. I'd get my ass handed to me. At least he like doesn't do a ton of power shots. So like at least I get to play for a little bit. But see, Brianna, you got Cubby too. Cat's eye. I am on the spectrum. Nice. Everything there's the more I've learned in my life, it's that everything is a spectrum. You know, everything is a matter of degrees. Nobody is 100% anything. Okay, and that doubly goes for the people in chat. You are clearly not 100% something. Daniel Clint. Okay, I'll put Clint Howard on the list. Okay, Daniel. I got to do this backwards so my brain. I did pretty good. Okay, one. And I do keep a full tally of the numbers. Um, so this is actually going to help balance quite a bit. So thank you, Chad. I really appreciate that. You know, Andrew Tate has such a huge lead. Hey, karate. What's up, Scott? Brianna, I want to say another one, but are y'all old enough? Quanchi, his range is too good, Nate Diaz. Thank you. Dante, your chest hair is making me jealous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, Brianna, you can look. Brianna, you've read chat before. Anything you come up with is almost certainly fine. You look like Obama, but elongated. Obama's taller than me. It's funny because both you and Tate, the gold you do, really don't know. I'm back. I took some creatine. Nice. Hello, Jada. What are you WTFing about? Brianna, what do you call a bra that you can't take off? A booby trap. that sounds that sounds like a prison, let alone a trap. That is good. Who thought of this? Someone clever. That's who. Booby trap. I like that. Christ. All right. Do you like how I do something hot and then I immediately negate it by going like, "Oh Christ"? That's how we do it here, folks. That's how it's done. Okay, check this out. One leg. So I get the hamstring in the shortened position and the other one in the long position. And it kind of gives me a cross pull here, which is kind of interesting. Way more intense on the hamstring. Oh! Okay. Crank the knee a little bit on that one. See, it's about finding the place. You're not always going to get it right. Oh. talking about this? Little abs. I think the miscreants in chat are gonna like this one. Very unconventional, what I'm about to do. All right. So I'm gonna get dramatic with the lights. All right. Damn. See, sometimes it's the lighting does a lot of the work. Damn, bitch. Damn. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. Kevin, what's brown and sticky? What? Guess what? Monsieur. A stick. Chicken butt. Tell us more about the Green Power Ranger. Oh. How old are you, Quanji? Just curious. Harry Zesty vibes. Yeah. Everyone says so. Dang, bro, I got tickets to the gun show. Yeah, well, you know me, man. As soon as people say, hey, do you maybe want to take your shirt off? I go, well, if you're gonna force me to, and then I do this, you know. But yeah, I'm blessed with short muscle attachments, and look at this, like the brachialis crosses over super deep, so I get extra size, and my brachialis in here. So like, because I have good forearms, my biceps get pushed up and my triceps get pushed out. So, and I just have good triceps, you know, I'll admit that. 38? I'm younger than Quang Ji, but not by much. One of those docs, one of those dudes who just walks into the weight room, looks around and nods. Shotguns laughing, clown emojis. That's the chimpanzee, yeah. Bit delusional. I saw Green Ranger fight MMA. Oh yeah, I watched this fight. It's cringe. Oh, I'm sorry, vibing. I'm sorry that it's so cringe. Do you want me to what? Pat your little butt about it, or what? You just want to talk about it? Okay. So here's something I do that's very unconventional for the low abs. All right. So I'm going to stretch my abs as much as possible. Get my hands above my head, and again, take your screenshots. Okay, do it now. All right. So I'm going to engage the low abs as I allow my feet to slide in front. So it's going to, as my legs straighten, it's going to pull here, connect everything to my low ribs. So I'm doing an ab exercise in a stretched place. That's about it. Used a few reps. Quanji's asking why the Green Power Ranger took his own life. I don't know, man. And like, the crazy thing is, there was some controversy because his wife at the time, there was like some suggestion that there was like some foul play or, you know, something like that. But I don't know, because basically it was like they were in a hotel together. Then she went out to get some ice. So like she was going to be gone for a couple minutes, and that's when he did it. And it's like that doesn't make a lot of sense, you know, that if you knew someone was going to come back, and if again, if you were serious, right, like you want someone to come back, and like, well, maybe that's why he wanted, so that he could be stopped or something. I don't know, but I remember at the time there was a lot of suggestion online that but she seems very sad, and so I don't think there's any really weight to that. I just can't see it. A good-looking guy, famous, black belt, and go to you. Yeah, I can't see it either. The famous part. Say on God type shit. Like what? Quincy's wife was just annoying. Oh my god. Hey, yeah. Wow. Yeah, want some karate? Okay. Little kick, little side kick. Roll. Beginning of the string was all double bag. What's one thing you would tell your younger self or me? Here's one thing I would tell my younger self. And I learned this lesson pretty early. And so like a lot of people talk about how I'm confident, and how like I'm bold or whatever. And a lot of that came from trying it out and finding out that you can do a lot more than you worry about, and people think about you a lot less than you might think, right? Like I'm fine saying things that are really out of pocket because I know most people aren't going to remember me. Especially if it's a stranger. I can say anything I want because okay, why don't you describe the third person you saw at the grocery store last time you were there? You can't remember because you're thinking about yourself, right? So once you learn that most people are thinking mostly about themselves, even if they're thinking about you, it's probably in relation to themselves. You learn that you're a lot freer to do things without any kind of pressure, right? So if you're at all not confident, you're self-conscious, worried about what are people going to think, who gives a shit? Because there's going to be 50 different things to think the next day, right? Think about how many news stories happened 3 weeks ago that you've forgotten about because there's so much other stuff, right? So I would say my advice to you is be confident. There are people that suck and they have confidence for no fucking reason. They don't have they never got permission to get the confidence with nothing to show for it, right? So if you have something to show for it, take the confidence. Other people are doing it when they don't have the right to. So you have double the right to. Okay? That's what I would tell you. Read my last comment. Did I get you, Brianna? He's like, I just can't take it. I just can't bear another minute with my wife. Man, I mean, that's a thing, man. If you're ready to do that to escape a bad marriage, just leave. Just fucking just break up, It's like, don't. Boards don't hit back. That's true. Mailer soon. You look like a grown baby. I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm AI, so that's what it is. I'm one of the baby geniuses that grew up, but my head just stayed the same. Quangy, get under the desk to get ahead. Oh my god. Corporal Corporal Clegg. I remember. It was a dad in a blue shirt, cargo shorts, white hat, with two daughters. The first was a mentally challenged greeting person at Walmart. Second was Hispanic. Okay. Well, those sound like outliers, so maybe more memorable. Steve, do you have brain damage? Almost certainly. I mean, I haven't taken a ton of hits to the head, but I have had my bell rung a few times. You know, I do martial arts, so Mailer soon. How many friends do you have? I mean, it depends. I mean, I have all kinds of friends all over the place, and as an adult, certain friends kind of drift in and out, you know. And right now, I don't even know. I don't know, a bunch. But again, it's all by degrees, right? Some are very close, a very few are very close. A lot more of them are kind of like more surface level. So, you know, he doesn't sound like he does. Steve, did mom drop you on your head? I don't think so, but I did slice my head open on a paint can when I was 2. BM, is that Andrew Tate? No offense. No offense taken. Well, I mean, a little bit. But mostly none taken because you're not the first. Okay, so you are number 5 of the night, which is an interesting one. You get to cross the others. That's cute. Okay, but for once, something else is in the lead, which is Murr at 7. One Johnny Sins, one Clint Howard, one Nick Cage, one Megamind, one Moist Critical, and one Mr. Clean. And we hide the board so others don't see it, and they do the same thing. Brianna, how would you react to the 17 people in your stream looking at you with a straight face? Like, I know what you look like, but you don't know what I look like. I'm probably a stranger to you. I know of you, but yeah, I mean, you could walk right in front of me and I'd have no idea. It doesn't really bother me. I've been a performer my whole life. I've been on stage many times for like hundreds of people. So, you know, I don't really mind. I'm very comfortable in front of people. Um, so, and a lot of times on stage, right, like the lighting is so bright that I can see shapes. And like a lot of times, you know, like if my family comes to see me, you know, dance somewhere, you know, sometimes I'll spot them because they'll tell me sort of where they're sitting, but a lot of times you can't see the audience. So, you know, and it doesn't really matter what people look like. You know, a lot of people did not expect an Andrew Tate look-alike with his shirt off, who looks far more masculine than Mr. Tate. You know, but that's what they got. Brother, put a shirt on. No one trying to see that. Incorrect. See, look at this. Look at this lat here. See that? Huh? It shows. Thank you, Stephen. Close friends, though. Do you have people you meet up with weekly? Yeah. I meet up with my best friend weekly. Quangy, I'm your best friend, and you should put me above everyone. I should, and I haven't been, and that makes me a bad best friend. I'm sorry. I made a necklace, but it got lost somewhere. So I'm gonna have to have one of the pervs in chat go find it. Christina, you remind me of a parrot. Yeah. Conures are definitely my spirit animal. You know, they like to dance. They like to do their little thing. You know, they like to stick their legs up. Um, they like to sing. They're very temperamental. They're like, I want attention. I want attention. I want attention. Fuck you. Hey, fuck you. You know, they're like cats, but with wings. Oh, they're so cute. That means Christina. Mr. Bubbles, have you thought about doing a series where you react to martial arts stuff? Maybe martial arts scenes in movies, see how accurate you think it is. I would love to, but I am trying to avoid getting copyright strikes. I know there's a way you can do it, and I see people do it, but I worry very much that, you know, I do something like that, and then it's like, well, now you have a strike, you know, and I'm trying to stay in my lane. But it is a good idea because there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. I'd love to, you know, go through some of the dim mock death touch stuff. That'd be fun. Or like Bruce Lee scenes. Yeah. Maybe that's something I could do over on Patreon too, because then the copyright stuff doesn't matter. Mailer soon. Has anyone ever told you look like Beyonce? No. No one has ever told me that. Quangji, I'm honestly probably better looking than anyone on this chat. I believe you. Everything you've told me up till now is checked out. All of the links, the people you told me to investigate, I looked into it, checks out. So, based on your history, I have to believe you. Steve, I think you resemble my hero Beavis. He scored in the movie. Partner to Butthead? Is that what you're saying? All right, let's get a little stretch. And even here, I'm getting like pec involvement from the pulling this way. This is probably the least flattering angle of the stream. Oh. Oh. Woo. Okay. Oh. Oh, ab pump. Oh, it's so weird. Rusty Shackelford, bald, yes. Gotta go. See you soon. Os. Brianna Bishop. Madam Horselegs. I wish you a good night. Rusty Shackelford is back. Are you a giver or a receiver? I am many, if not all things. I have been you. Okay, I was you for 15 minutes. Went back to being me. Got bored, okay? Quangji, he has connection to the CIA. Steve, okay, you're gay. Sir, if you're thinking about how gay I am for this long in the stream, might be looking in the black mirror. Hmm? Ooh, interesting. Pristine. Pristine Peristone. Have you considered making a Tate spoof channel or deep fake video? Like if you did cameos posing as him on Fiverr. Huh. That's interesting. Might be kind of funny. Ooh. Ooh. Pristine? Listen. You may have given me a little nugget of gold there. That might pop off because I do look like Andrew Tate. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be so hard. Okay, I have to do it though. It's a super good idea. If it blows up, I'm gonna remember that you were the one that kicked it off. Okay, hold on. Pristine. Five, 696. Deep fake. I think if I just wear some sunglasses and put a cigar in my mouth, it'll be close enough, you know? I think that is very smart. Thank you. Oh, man. What type of martial arts is this? This is whatever you want it to be. Okay. This is me doing like tendon muscle strength work on an off day. So tomorrow is the karate martial arts stream where I will have the various cast of characters like Robert, we call him Bob, and then Gooseman, we call him Gus. Okay, he's the newest addition to the family. I like to throw them around, slap them around, beat them up a little bit. Bird brain, exactly. Rusty Shackelford says pocket sand. You would, wouldn't you, Rusty? That would make me more nervous. Squirrel tactics. That is hilarious. God, Quanji, we need to train and then have a drink together. Uh, Question: how would you modify your roundhouse kick if your opponent crowds your space or steps back at the last second? Excellent. You asked the right person. Because I don't love to throw my roundhouse kicks super bladed anymore. I don't come around this way for the same exact reason. Like I don't like to take up that much space. I want to keep it quick and direct. So what I do is I will throw the roundhouse almost vertically. So it looks like this. Right? I'm coming up, I'm chambering and letting it go, but it's happening in front here. So you don't see the unfolding as much, right? It's like because it's in front of you, it's like forced perspective, right? It's harder to tell how close it is because I'm here and then there's something else here too. When you come around this way, it gives a lot of time. So I throw my hip this way. So you don't get as much hip, right? You can't open up super hard and well, I guess you could like do this like kind of ballet looking. That's actually kind of interesting kick. But keep it tight. So I like to keep it like I think of it like keep it within the cape. So if someone was wearing a cape, right? I don't want to go outside of that line. So this is sort of the shape that I want to keep my everything in. Again, because the roundhouse kick, if you go around, it's much easier to accidentally block this way. But if you come up, a lot of times you're going to get underneath here. So you have to commit less hip and you have to be very dexterous. And it requires, again, going vertical. So I can kick from very close because I do this, right? And I have, the ballet training. So you have to get that knee really high and you just open up a little bit. So here turns into there. And if they step back at the last second, if you do keep it kind of shallow here, because you are not opening up your hips that much, the back heel is not going to turn out as much, right? When you have open hips to do these like big round kicks, usually the foot pivots. You don't have to as much because you keep your hips kind of more square. So that allows you that extra pivot room. If when you throw this technique, they move, you can delay the unfurling of the hiccups of the lower leg. Use the momentum to do a shuffle kind of scoot here before you throw that kick out. 1000 Punch Man. Icky Juice says, ew. What a black mirror? Yeah, if you turn your phone off, you'll be looking at a black mirror. That's why it's called Black Mirror. Bro tweaking. You look like a modernized monk. Thank you. I sort of am one. Not really. Jeremy says, meet Nicolas Cage. Oh, sir. Sir. You are the second person to suggest I look like Nick Cage on stream. You can see some of the other options here. Obviously, there's some favorites. 2 from Nick Cage. Thank you. You activated the tracking board. You look like Timu, Andrew. All right. All right, I'll put another one up for Andrew Tate. All right, there you go. What's modern? He's white. Is that modern? I mean, evolutionarily, I guess. You look like mobile sushi cook. Interesting. Tate has really shitty boxing. Yes, he does. Like, I actually think the guy streaming could beat Tate. Thank you, Quang Ji. And again, that doesn't even necessarily say anything about me. Honestly, it says more about Tate because yeah, he's awful. He punches like he's trying like he's a fucking hungry hippo trying to swallow cigars. I would love to see you fight him. Are guys allowed to cry? Yes, they are. You just do it. Quang Ji would beat Tate. I believe that. I would put money on. I have not met Quang Ji. I would put money on him beating Tate. I just take him down. Exactly. There's a penny on the floor behind you. You can just ask for me to bend over. Silver medal in Pan Ams and BJJ. Yeah, that's no fucking joke. That's legit. Hello, Arso. How are you? Incognito, what do you think of fast twitch muscle fibers? I think they're great. That is what I have a predominance of in my body. I do not have endurance. I have tried to train for it, it just doesn't work. I've been explosive and strength focused all of my life. So I think it's great. If you're a martial artist, that's the kind of stuff you want to train, right? I mean, you need the endurance for a lot of things, but the like speed, that's going to come from the fast twitch. Big Smoke. You kind of look like the guy from Impractical Jokers. I do, don't I? It's interesting that you say that. You are now number 8 to suggest Merc, which is, again, great. These numbers are helping me out a ton. We got to balance out the Tate. If Tate hits 100 before someone else hits 50, I'm going to scream. Okay, so we got 8 for Murr, 6 for Andrew Tate, 1 or 2 for the rest of them. You can see we got a good spread. Shepherd something something Bible, deny the flesh. Bro, don't talk to me if you don't even have a chin. You're right. Well, the words just get projected down, right? Because there's nothing underneath to support it. So how could you hear me even? Why don't you just tell us, Shepherd? Amen, brother. This looks like Bushido. Jesus is king. It's Myrrh. Okay, there we go. Here's another one for Myrrh. Where are we? 9. Holy shit. I've never had another double digit besides Andrew Tate in a single string. Worthy is the Lamb. Impractical streamers, nice. God moves in a whirlwind or spiral. Do you box? Yeah. Well, I have. A lot of my like at the beginning of stream, I hit a double end bag, and it was just a lot of boxing. I mean, I threw in a couple kicks towards the end. I got to, but yeah, I like to box. I sort of take like a sort of half forward Philly shell. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Slip. Hook, cross, hook, roll. Hook, cross, slip. Cross, hook, cross, roll. Cross, hook, cross. Bow, bow, hook, slip. Hook, cross, hook, roll. Oops, I did the wrong hand. Roll. You gotta come up this way. Cross, slip. I love boxing. It's fun. Quang Ji, he's got basic boxing, but does not like keeping his hands up. That's true. In a sense, anyone who does any kind of authentic striking knows how to box. Yeah, exactly. Boxing is just extending your arms like this. But yeah, I do not like keeping my hands up. And here's another thing. This is one of my faults, but I very much am the fighter that will take a hit in order to walk into an opening and do it. Or honestly, a lot of times I've just taken hits to assert dominance. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of times I leave myself open, right? And they hit it. But it's like I left myself open, and did you see the difference, right? When I'm like here, like it's all, but then I open myself, and it's like I'm ready, catch the kick, right? So, you know, it's better for self defense purposes, right? It's I like it better from a mechanical perspective because like this is a very natural motion here. You know, swinging that hip forward really drives through here. So I gotta have Quanji be my PR guy. Ark says you look like Adam Driver with a bald head. Thank you. Incognito, if you smoke cigars, it would ruin your advantage of stamina. Train your lung endurance. That's true. Oliver, how do you train fast twitch fibers? John says, oh, Tate has good kicks, but he keeps his hands low and chin way up. How are you training your fast twitch fibers? Forrest Gump. Hi, Joseph. You look like the brother from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Damn. That's funny. Okay. Fast twitch muscle fibers, you gotta move explosively, right? So it's like instead of doing push-ups, you gotta try and do a clapping push-up. Even if you don't clap, if you do it as if you're gonna jump, that'll do it, right? So here's the other thing that people don't think about. People think you do fast twitch muscle fibers, you speed work, and they'll do it until they're exhausted, right? Until they're burned out. But you're not training your speed. But by the time you have done your fastest work, those fibers are burnt. They're burnt out. So when your body starts taking over with the slower fibers, you're not training the ones that fire as twitchy as possible anyway. So speed work needs to be done intensely for a short period of time. And in between attempts, you take long rests, right? So when on my speed days, instead of doing like 5-10 minutes of bag work, I'll do just the fastest techniques I can possibly do. And I'm not going to do them now because it's not a speed day, okay? But bam, 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 fire them out until my speed starts to slow down to about like 80%, and then I stop. And then I take like 10 minutes of rest, and then I do it again. I might do that twice, and that's it. Sprinting builds your fast twitch muscle fibers. How you train your snap front kick? That's a good stance. Philly Shill is good. Thank you. Y'all see how he always has at least one hand between him and his. Exactly. Exactly. So even if this hand's down, it's like, this is really what I have here. And I'm like, I'm ready to do this. So, this is bait. And you would not believe the number of people that just punch in the arms. Like if you give them the arm here, they'll punch the arm. And it's like, look, dude, look at my arms. Like you're not gonna hurt me that bad. So I'll just take it. I'll leave this elbow out, and people will kick to my back, and they'll hit the elbow, and I don't do anything. I just leave it, and it breaks people's toes. And I like to get grabby here too. Thank you. You didn't sacrifice structure for speed. Respect. I definitely need to work on that. We're all working. Man, I wish I could show you some of that kung fu striking. I wish you could too, Quenchi. We got to do a collab. Daniel, do you have cancer? No, I don't. Gary, Andrew Tate. Oh, is it different, William? Okay, Andrew Tate gets another vote. Here we go. 7 for Tate. Okay. If you're super staggered, then that Philly shell should be all you do since your rear hand has to be in between you and your opponent. Yeah, and I mean, I'll even leave this one. I guess they call it like a cross guard too. I'll leave this one back here and because I'll do things like a hammer fist, right? Bam! Out here, it comes from this, but Quincy, you get it. Daniel, are you gay? Because you look like you like men's butts. I'm Kyle. It's nice to meet you. Don't be a fucking bald guy. Yo, I have a trick on the Mayweather shoulder roll. Just raise the shoulder up to hide your chin. Like that. That's interesting. I gotta get my rear delts bigger. Like this. I'm like super protracted in the scapula. He's kind of onto something. The more you rotate, the more time it'll take to rotate back for the camera. That's true. Chief, if a fish challenged you, would you accept immediately or hesitate? By the way, I hear fish are great kissers. Liam wants a shout out. Liam! I'm not gonna actually shout. People complain. IKEA is so fucking loud that it's people would leave stream. Mr. Clean, god damn it. Lemon heads, nice. Good candy too. 2 for Mr. Clean. I thought he was Andrew Tate. God damn it. 8. 8 for Andrew Tate. Quincy, a good combination to work on is the shoulder roll, right hand, left hook, right hand, shoulder roll, right hand, left hook, right hand, double hook, right hand, left uppercut, left hook, right hand, right upper. Damn. That's cool. The hammer fist from there is money. Yeah, and a lot of people don't like it, but I mean, Conor McGregor he did plenty of punches where it was like, fired sideways. So, Delirium says, "Chat, would you say this guy's head looks more like a lemon or a mango?" Hmm. Well. Here, it's this that's the real weird part. So maybe lemon because they get kind of funkier with the ends. Raymond, oh, sorry. Yes, like that for shoulder roll. Nice. Do a barrel roll. Thank you. Barrel roll was one of my favorite moves in dancing. Go fight someone at McDonald's. I want to get famous on YouTube, not World Star. Freddie Marines. You kind of look like Vinny from the Jersey Shore. Interesting. Have you been on stream before, Freddie? Vinny from Jersey Store. Martial artist Mr. Clean teaching us how to kick ass. That's right. I'll teach you how to salsa dance too if you want. Right uppercut, right hand, left hook, right hand. Oh, interesting. Then repeat again. I'm going to have to write that down. Miley Curious. I love getting my blankets fresh out of the dryer. It's so cozy. You box like I fight in my dreams, like Ronda Rousey. Shadow boxing for the UFC. I can't even do it. It's so funny. OMG, he's trying to fight me. Oh my god. Oh, gotcha. And kick to the groin. Switch kick to the groin and head and groin and head. Switch groin and head. Here we go now. Bye bye. I don't know you. That's my purse. LOL, you can't suck at striking. She does. What was I gonna write up here? Definitely mango. Vinny from Jersey Shore. That's right. Let's put him up here. Vinny. From Jersey Shore. Oh no, I'm here again. Heard you've been playing kickball. What up, Beyonce? The callback. Nicely done. Oh. What else was I gonna do? I was gonna do some calf. I always work my hands, wrists, ankles, and feet, and core. The things that connect you to the ground and everything else. Would you rather oh, this is a good one. Okay. King Pickler. Would you rather have feet long toes or toe long feet? I would rather have feet long toes, man. Because can you imagine the shit that you could grab? I have wanted hands for feet, like fucking monkeys, for a long time. So if I could have foot long toes, that would be huge. I would love that. When you're staggered and you slip, it's like a folded A. Oh, I see. Interesting. Do a handstand. But if you're more square, it's like a crunch. When you're staggered, you can move backwards and forwards faster. But when you're square, you can move side to side quicker. Yeah, exactly. And I try and live somewhere in between where it's like I can kind of do this, I can kind of turn, but Sensei's gonna have to get dinner soon. Oh, and the battery's gonna die. How about this? Would you rather have no teeth and you can't get dentures, or have no limbs but can't get prosthetics? Teeth, brother, teeth. Because some people do that, and it seems easier. Anyway, I'm gonna run out of battery, so we're gonna have to end stream here, unfortunately. As much, King Pickler, please come back because I love these hypotheticals. That is huge. I gotta steal the feet one. That is so fucking funny. All right. どうもありがとうございました. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you for enduring the nip blasting. No, if you do, the gun is going in the mouth. Quaint, you can't put that on me, man. You can't do that to me. You haven't taught me all of your secrets yet. I have to get all of your deadly stuff. JK. Okay. Quanji, look, you and I both understand that it's gonna have to end with both of us on a mountaintop duking it out to the death, right? Like, obviously this is how this ends. And I'm all for it, All part of a healthy relationship. Exactly. Keeping it healthy. All right. I gotta run. Andrew Tate, is that you? God damn it. Okay, we got 3% battery left. You snuck in one more Andrew Tate at the very end. How very Andrew Tate of you. Okay. Tate is 9. It's tied with Murr. Okay, yeah, we gotta end the stream before Tate beats out Murr. Okay, party people. I love you. I bet it's Bubblegum. I thought this was Brokeback Mountain. God. Quanji, it's good to see you again, brother. Os. Thank you for the tips, as always. We gotta talk shop more. I'll be on tomorrow night. I'll have the dojo set up, so it'll be good. It'll be a good time. You can come there. Tell me I look like Andrew Tate, or that I can't fight. Whatever. Okay. Konbanwa. Good evening, everyone. I love you. Okay. One more shot. I've lost the pump. Whatever. All right. Bye, everybody.